Number 1. Which of the following was a characteristic of the Spanish colonial era of Texas? A. Forts were built to protect Native Americans. B. American Indians were discouraged from learning trades and skills. C. Spanish explorers negotiated treaties for trade and safe travel. D. Missions were built to establish Spanish land claims and convert Indians. Number 2. The Adams-Onis Treaty resulted in A. Texas becoming part of the United States. B. The Sabine River becoming the eastern border of Spain, Tejas. C. Florida becoming part of Spain. D. Florida becoming part of Texas. Number 3. Why is the date 1718 important in Texas history? A. Founding of San Antonio. B. Founding of Corpus Christi. C. First Spanish settlement in Texas. D. Father Hidalgo's speech for freedom. Number 4. Which group likely viewed the construction of new Spanish missions with suspicion? A. Catholic priests. B. Conquistadors. C. English settlers. D. Native American tribes. Use the list in your knowledge of social studies to answer the following question. Served as military commander, governor of present-day Laredo area, led Spanish expansion in South Texas, sent settlers to the land between the Rio Grande and the Nueces River, father of the lower Rio Grande Valley. Number 5. Who is being described above? A. Jose de Escandon. B. Antonio Margel de Jesus. C. Friar Damian Massanet. D. Father Francisco Hidalgo. Number 6. Which of the following is a vaquero? A. Soldier. B. Cowboy. C. Mayor. D. Sheriff. Number 7. As a result of the Louisiana Purchase, the United States, A. became smaller. B. came into conflict with France. C. doubled in size. D. became involved in the War of 1812. Number 8. This mission was known as the Mother of Texas Missions, as well as the gateway to Spanish Texas. A. San Juan Bautista. B. San Saba. C. San Antonio de Bexar. D. San Francisco de los Tejas. Analyze the map in your test booklet and answer questions number 9 and number 10. Number 9. Which physical geographical feature influenced where the missions and presidios were built? A. Mountains. B. Cities. C. Rivers. D. Heavy rainfall. Number 10. Which generalization about the establishment of towns is best supported by evidence on the map? A. All mission areas became towns. B. Towns grew around only some of the missions and presidios. C. Towns came before missions and presidios. D. Towns developed only near mountains. Use the passage below to answer question number 11. The first of the new missions set up in East Texas was Nuestro Padre San Francisco de los Tejas, with the Spaniard placed in charge as its minister. He remained at the mission until East Texas was abandoned by the Spanish during the Chicken War of 1719. He took up residence in San Antonio de Valero Mission in San Antonio and remained there until 1725, when he resigned and asked permission to preach among the Apaches. When his petition was denied, he retired to San Juan Bautista. He died there in September 1726 at the age of 67. Adapted from the Handbook of Texas. Number 11. Who is being described above? A. Father Francisco Hidalgo. B. Antonio Margel de Jesus. C. Jose de Escandon. D. Father Antonio Navarro. Use the passage below to answer question number 12. In his letter, this explorer tells how he came to join De Leon on 2 expeditions into East Texas and provides a detailed record of the expeditions in 1689 and 1690. He describes the routes of the expeditions, how they went about tracking down what remained of the French settlement, the encounter with the Native American tribes, the establishment of the mission amongst the Tejas Indians, and American Indian housing, clothing, food, and customs. Number 12. Who is the likely author of the letter referenced above? A. Father Francisco Hidalgo. B. Antonio Margel de Jesus. C. Jose de Escandon. D. Father Damien Massenet. Use the diagram in your test booklet and your knowledge of social studies to answer question number 13. Number 13. Which evidence best supports the conclusion that the diagram above is a mission? A. There are barracks and a workshop. B. There are Indian quarters and a church. C. There is a plaza and a cemetery. D. There is a cemetery and a cart path. Number 14. The outcome of the 7 Years' War gave control of what to Spain? A. All of the New World. B. The 13 colonies. C. New Orleans and all of the land west of the Mississippi River. D. All land on both sides of the Mississippi River. Number 15. The Spanish legacy in Texas is still apparent even today in which of the following? A. Names of cities. B. Names of rivers. C. Ranching practices. D. All of the above. Number 16. Which one of the following was not a part of the mission system that the Spanish used to settle the New World? A. Trading posts. B. Missions. C. Ranchero. D. Presidio. Number 17. Which Spanish Catholic priest cooperated with French authorities in Louisiana to bring back missions to East Texas? A. Jose de Escandon. B. Father Francisco Hidalgo. C. Antonio Margel de Jesus. D. Friar Damien Massenet. The Native Americans of Texas were able to survive by adapting to and modifying their environment. However, the Spanish arrived and some tribes were not able to adapt to the new environment and died out. Number 18. What was the modification that the Spanish brought to the New World that killed off some of the Native Americans? A. Diseases. B. Horses. C. Foods. D. Language. Use the passage below in your knowledge of social studies to answer questions number 19 and number 20. The first Spanish settlers who came to Texas based the design of their homes and missions primarily around what was available for building materials and how much manpower was available for building. This meant that many missions were built from logs and stones that were easy to find. Missions were built usually near fresh water as well as on good farmland. A location on high ground would protect from floods. Number 19. Which of the following would be the best title for the passage above? A. Spanish settlers moved to Texas. B. Building styles of early Spanish settlers. C. Spanish settlers of Texas. D. Early Spanish settlers adapt to their environment. Number 20. What would be a major concern for early settlers who were building a mission? A. Location to Native Americans. B. Ability to hunt for food. C. Availability of water and building supplies. D. Accessibility to roadways for travel. Number 21. The Spanish would rule what is now Texas for over 300 years. What is evident of this even today in Texas? A. Legacy of Spanish cultural food. B. Legacy of Spanish cultural architecture. C. Legacy of Spanish cultural names. D. All of the above. Number 22. Which Spanish settlement in Texas was the first to colonize by bringing families in from the Canary Islands? A. San Antonio. B. Corpus Christi de la Isleta. C. Los Adayes. D. San Francisco de los Tejas. Number 23. Which of the following reflects the Spanish heritage of Texas? A. Rate of migration. B. City names. C. Geographic features. D. Relative location. Number 24. Which Spanish official made a 2-year journey through New Spain and made a report that recommended that all of the East Texas missions be closed and moved back to San Antonio? A. Father Damian Massanet. B. Francisco Hidalgo. C. Marquez de Rubio. D. Juan Bautista. Number 25. Father Damian Massanet and Alonso de Leon led a successful expedition for Spain in East Texas in 1690. This expedition came about because the Spanish were concerned about A. Settlers going missing in the area. B. Slave rebellions occurring in the region. C. Native Americans attacking missions. D. French force establishing settlements.